Right now, across 3 Australian states, severe weather systems are converging in a pattern we have not seen this wet season. Within the next 48 hours, some coastal communities could receive over 300 millimetres of rainfall. That is more rain than Brisbane typically sees in an entire month, falling in just 2 days. But here is what most forecasts are not telling you. This is not just about heavy rain. We are tracking a developing tropical system off Western Australia that could intensify to Category 3 strength. At the same time, monsoonal flows are pushing record moisture into far north Queensland. And in 45 minutes, I am going to show you exactly when these systems will hit your area, down to the hour. Stay with me, because at the 30-second mark here, I am giving you the single most important piece of information that could protect your property this weekend. The timing window that separates minor flooding from major evacuations. Here it is. If you live between Cairns and Townsville, the heaviest rainfall will hit between 10 p.m. tonight and 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Not during the day when you can see it coming. During the night when flash flooding becomes deadly. That 6 to 8 hour window is critical. Now, let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked your gutters? Because in the next 72 hours, blocked drainage could mean the difference between wet carpet and structural damage. Keep watching, because I am about to give you specific rainfall totals for 17 major population centres. Let me start with what is happening right now in Queensland. As I speak, moderate to heavy showers are already falling along the central coast. Mackay recorded 38 millimetres in the past 3 hours alone. The Whitsundays are seeing bands of rain move through every 20 to 30 minutes. But this is just the beginning. The system intensifying off our coast is pulling tropical moisture from as far north as Papua New Guinea. Sea surface temperatures are sitting at 29 degrees Celsius. That is 2 degrees above average. Warmer water means more evaporation. More evaporation means heavier rainfall potential. Here is a shocking statistic. In the past 6 hours, moisture levels in the atmosphere above Townsville have increased by 40%. Meteorologists call this precipitable water. Think of it as the atmosphere loading ammunition. And Townsville is right in the firing line. By 6 p.m. tonight, Townsville residents should expect rainfall to begin. Light showers at first, 15 to 20 millimetres through the evening. But here is the critical information. Between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m., a convergence zone will form just offshore. When that happens, rainfall rates could spike to 50 millimetres per hour. In just 60 minutes, you could see what normally falls in a week. The Bureau has this forecast, but what they have not emphasised enough is the timing. Most people will be asleep. That is why I'm telling you now. If you live in Townsville, set an alarm for 11:30 p.m. tonight. Check the radar. If you see solid red echoes approaching, you need to move your car to higher ground tonight, not tomorrow morning when it is too late. Let me give you the detailed timeline for Townsville specifically. Rain begins 6 p.m. Thursday evening. Moderate falls 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., 20 to 30 millimetres accumulating. Heavy falls 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Friday morning, 80 to 120 millimetres possible. This is the danger window. Easing conditions from 6 a.m. Friday, but scattered heavy showers will continue through Friday afternoon and into Friday evening. Total expected rainfall for Townsville Thursday night through Friday, 130 to 180 millimetres. Some localities could see 200 millimetres. Low-lying areas will flood. Roads will be cut. Plan accordingly. Now let me move north to Cairns and the Cassowary coast. This region is about to experience something remarkable. The monsoon trough that has been sitting north of Australia for the past week is finally pushing south. At the same time, easterly winds are strengthening to 35 kilometres per hour. When these two systems collide over the Atherton tablelands, we are looking at serious rainfall accumulations. Cairns' timing is different from Townsville. Your heavy rain arrives later. Scattered showers begin Thursday evening around 7 p.m. Nothing too concerning initially. Rainfall intensifies after midnight Thursday into Friday morning. But the peak period for Cairns is Friday afternoon between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. This is when the monsoon trough will be directly overhead. This is when you need to be prepared. Friday afternoon in Cairns, I am forecasting rainfall rates of 60 to 80 millimetres per hour during the heaviest bursts. That is intense tropical rainfall. If you have appointments in Cairns on Friday afternoon, seriously consider rescheduling. Visibility will be severely reduced. Roads will flood quickly. The Bruce Highway north of Cairns could see water over the road in multiple locations. Travel will be hazardous. Expected totals for Cairns and surrounding areas: Friday alone, 150 to 220 millimetres. Saturday, another 100 to 150 millimetres as the system persists. Sunday, 60 to 100 millimetres. We are talking about a 3-day total of 300 to 400 millimetres across the Cairns region. Some mountain locations could exceed 500 millimetres. Let me put that in perspective. 500 millimetres is half a metre of rain. Picture a ruler. Picture water halfway up that ruler falling from the sky over 3 days. That is what some communities are facing. Here is what concerns me most. The Herbert River catchment. This river has already seen minor flooding in recent weeks. The ground is saturated. River levels are elevated. Now we are about to dump another 300 plus millimetres into that catchment. Minor flooding is likely. Moderate flooding is possible. If Sunday's rainfall is heavier than forecast, we could be looking at major flood warnings by Monday. For residents along the Herbert River, your critical window is Sunday night into Monday morning. That is when river levels will peak. If you live in low-lying areas near Ingham, start preparing now. Have your emergency kit ready. Know your evacuation route. Have a plan for your family and pets. This is not about creating panic. This is about being prepared and staying safe. Moving to the Daintree and Port Douglas region. This area has a unique microclimate. The rainforest acts like a sponge, but even sponges have limits. Mossman has already recorded 42 millimetres today. By Sunday, total rainfall here could reach 350 millimetres. The Daintree River will run high. If you are planning to visit the Daintree this weekend, reconsider. Roads will be cut, tours will be cancelled. It will not be safe or enjoyable. Let me shift to Mackay and the Whitsundays. You are in a different pattern. Your heaviest rain has already started. Thursday afternoon through Thursday night, expect another 50 to 80 millimetres. But here is the good news for your area. By Friday morning, the rain band moves north. You will see conditions improve through Friday. Still some showers, but nothing like what is happening further north. Mackay, total rainfall Thursday through Friday morning, 80 to 120 millimetres. Manageable. The Whitsundays might see slightly less, 70 to 100 millimetres. By Friday afternoon, you will actually see some sunshine breaking through. Brisbane and southeast Queensland. While the north gets saturated, a separate system is forming. By next Wednesday, this could bring widespread rain to your area. Timeline for Brisbane. Nothing significant Thursday through Saturday. But Monday through Wednesday next week, models show a surface trough deepening. Brisbane could see 50 to 100 millimetres. Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast possibly 150 to 200 millimetres. This setup looks promising. 60% chance of significant rain next week. For now, expect typical February conditions, hot and humid, maximums 32 to 34 degrees. Stay hydrated. Let me now take you to Western Australia because we have a developing situation that requires your attention. Tropical Low 21U is currently located northwest of Broome. This system is moving southwest along the coast. Within 24 hours, it will be named as a tropical cyclone. This system is hugging the coastline. That proximity means impacts will affect the entire Pilbara coast, but the system will struggle to intensify significantly. Broome residents, heavy rain Thursday night through Friday morning. 100 to 150 millimetres expected. Winds gusting to 80 kilometres per hour. Secure loose items tonight. By Friday afternoon, this system will be off Port Hedland. Friday evening through Saturday morning is your critical period. Gale force winds likely. Gusts to 110 kilometres per hour. Rainfall 120 to 180 millimetres. Storm surge possible during Saturday morning high tide. Karratha and Dampier impacts Saturday. Winds gusting to 120 kilometres per hour. Rainfall 80 to 140 millimetres. Onslow and Exmouth see lighter impacts Sunday, 40 to 70 millimetres. What makes this system different is its broad size, not a compact cyclone, but a wide low pressure area with embedded thunderstorms. Impacts spread over large areas. Gale force winds can still cause damage, flash flooding possible even in desert environments. Darwin recorded over 200 millimetres in 48 hours. That moisture now spreads south. Kimberley region sees increased activity Thursday through Sunday. Broome could see additional 100 millimetres. Derby and Kununurra, 50 to 100 millimetres. Moving inland, southwestern Queensland faces extreme thunderstorm potential Friday. Instability values exceeding 2,500 joules per kilogram. For context, anything over 1,500 is very unstable. This is extreme. Dew points 24 to 25 degrees. That is tropical moisture in outback conditions. Friday afternoon, supercell thunderstorms will develop. Thargomindah, Quilpie, Birdsville at risk. Giant hail possible. Wind gusts to 110 kilometres per hour. Flash flooding under the strongest cells timeline. Storms initiate 1 p.m. Friday. Peak intensity 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Moving southeast into northwestern New South Wales evening. Burke, Cobar, Broken Hill could see severe storms Friday night. Rainfall rates could hit 100 millimetres per hour. Most will run off the hard ground. Flash flooding in creek beds is the main threat. Monitor radar closely Friday afternoon if you are in these areas. Coastal New South Wales has a secondary system developing. A coastal trough will bring showers Saturday through Monday. Sydney, Newcastle, Wollongong expect showery conditions. Saturday 50 to 80 millimetres possible on coast and ranges. Sunday 30 to 60 millimetres. Easing Monday. Typical summer coastal trough rainfall. Enough to impact beach plans but not dangerous. Victoria and South Australia largely miss this pattern. Melbourne sees isolated showers. Adelaide hot and dry, mid-30s. Fire danger elevated Saturday and Sunday in South Australia. Tasmania has a weak front Friday bringing showers to west and north. Hobart 10 to 20 millimetres Friday. Clearing Saturday. Let me now give you the information I promised at the start. The 5-minute mark payoff. Here are specific rainfall totals for 17 major centres over the next 72 hours. Cairns 200 to 300 millimetres Thursday through Saturday. Townsville 130 to 180 millimetres Thursday night through Friday. Mackay 80 to 120 millimetres, mainly Thursday. Rockhampton 40 to 70 millimetres. Bundaberg 20 to 40 millimetres. Hervey Bay 15 to 30 millimetres. Brisbane 5 to 15 millimetres. Gold Coast 10 to 20 millimetres. Inland Queensland. Mount Isa 20 to 50 millimetres from thunderstorms. Longreach 30 to 80 millimetres. Charleville 50 to 120 millimetres from severe thunderstorms Friday, Western Australia. Broome 100 to 150 millimetres. Port Hedland 120 to 180 millimetres. Karratha 80 to 140 millimetres. Exmouth 40 to 70 millimetres. New South Wales. Sydney 50 to 90 millimetres, Saturday to Monday. Newcastle 60 to 100 millimetres. Dubbo 30 to 70 millimetres from thunderstorms. Those are your totals. Write them down. Share them with family and friends in those areas. Now let me tell you what to do with this information. If you live in the heavy rainfall zones, Cairns, Townsville, Port Hedland, start preparing tonight. Clear your gutters. Check your emergency kit, charge your devices, fill your car with fuel, have cash on hand in case power goes out and ATMs stop working. If you live in thunderstorm zones, southwestern Queensland, northwestern New South Wales, Friday afternoon is your watch period. Do not be caught outdoors. If you see a severe thunderstorm approaching, get inside a sturdy building immediately. For everyone else watching from areas not directly impacted, you still have a role to play. Check on family and friends in affected areas. Share this information with them. A simple phone call could make a difference. Comment below with where you are watching from. Tell me your location and I will reply with specific timing for your area. Every comment gets a personalised local forecast. Here is a critical tip. Do not wait for official warnings to act. If you see heavy rain developing and you live in a flood-prone area, start moving valuables to higher ground immediately. By the time official warnings are issued, it might be too late to act safely. For now, focus on the immediate 72 hours. Far North Queensland, brace for heavy rain and potential flooding. Pilbara Coast, prepare for a tropical system and gale force winds. Southwestern Queensland, watch for severe thunderstorms Friday afternoon. Before I finish, here is what is coming next week. Long-range models suggest another tropical system could develop in the Coral Sea around the 14th or 15th of February. I will have a full analysis in my next update. Also watching a potential cold front for southern Australia around the 16th to 18th. Melbourne and Adelaide could see temperatures drop by 10 degrees. Full details coming early next week. Your action items today: check your local forecast, prepare your property, have emergency supplies ready, batteries, torch, first aid kit, non-perishable food, bottled water. Comment below with your location. I want to hear from Cairns, Townsville, Mackay, Brisbane, Port Hedland, Karratha, every community. I will give you specific timing for your area. This weather event is significant, but with proper preparation, we will get through it safely. Stay safe, Australia. Keep watching the skies. I will see you in the next update. Be prepared, be alert,